She coming home. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review with Life Chess. This for the bold and beautiful. What's today? November the 10th, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think of the episode? And how do y'all feel about Bill and Katie getting back together? Look here. First of all, she knew she wanted him. She knew she wanted him. Secondly, I had seen a spoiler that said something about Katie supposed to be moving in or whatever. And she do, y'all. She do. On today's episode, at the end of the episode, he asked her to come back to him or whatever and move back in. And she was like, how can I say no to you? So I'm assuming that mean yeah. I'm assuming that mean yeah. Hold on. I got a question though, because I haven't seen anything, but it's the fact that they keep on mentioning Katie's heart, how she deserves this and she deserves that, and the fact that she was sick and she sacrificed everything for Will to have that baby and stuff like that. Do y'all think there's a reason behind that? Do y'all think that she's gonna end up being sick? Or do y'all think that Luna could possibly use her to her advantage or something like that? I did see another spoiler, allegedly. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's a spoiler. I don't know if somebody was just writing that or what. But it said Luna's supposed to be escaping prison. They said Luna's supposed to be escaping prison, y'all. Now I don't know how true it is, but that's what I saw. But yeah, I think it's gonna be after. I think they say it's gonna be after she finds out about Will and Electra moving into the beach house. I said everybody keep moving into this doggone beach house. Didn't at one point wasn't Taylor living there? Then wasn't it RJ's? Is that the same beach house or do they have multiple beach houses? And wasn't Liam living there one time? Why? Look, everybody done had it. But yeah, hold on. But yeah, on today's new episode, they started off with the same thing. Excuse me, Will and Electra was talking while Bill and Katie watched. She was saying how she heard everything that Will said about loving her and how she didn't deserve this and that. So he basically was giving her out, telling her that even though he has to deal with it, she doesn't have to. So, she can leave and stuff like that. But she was just reassuring him that she loved him. They kept saying they love each other and stuff like that. And they were just talking about the Luna situation. Hold on, wait, let me see. They was talking about the Luna situation. That's when Bill started talking to Electra, saying that Will and Electra had to get past what happened or whatever. It tells Electra not to give up on their boy. And then Katie started encouraging her as well not to give up on Will and how it's not his fault and stuff like that. I said it's not his fault. I still don't like that they didn't call it what it is or what it was, what she did. But we're gonna move past it. We're gonna move past it. But yeah, that's how they was talking about. So then they went outside. Will and Lecture went outside, and once again he was checking to make sure she was okay with this, and even though he has to deal with it, she doesn't have to deal with it or whatever. And they were just hugging and kissing and stuff, and they was okay. Meanwhile, back in the house, Bill wanted to use this as his opportunity. I said, look at him. I said, about to try to get her back again. So he started talking to her, saying how basically they stronger together, and she was agreeing with him. They stronger together versus apart. She was saying how she recognizes the change in him and all this other stuff. I said I knew she was gonna come back when she started making excuses for him. Anytime he would say that it was his fault that all this was going on, she'd be like, no, don't blame yourself. Yes, you do need to blame yourself. You shouldn't got out of jail. It is his fault. But yeah, should have known then. But yeah, they were just talking about that, and she started telling him how she see a change in him. She loves how he loves their son and how he there for his family and all this other stuff. Oh no! Not only when she was making excuses for him, but when she was like the Spencer family this and the Spencer family that, I was like, yeah, she gonna go back. But yeah, he ends up asking her to come back to him and stuff like that. So she started getting all emotional, saying what she had been through and stuff like that, and how once again she see the change in him. So they was hugging, then next thing you know they kissed or whatever, and then they was just hugging and stuff, and it went off. Meanwhile, over there at Brooke house, hold on. Meanwhile, over there at Brooke house, they was talking about Bill and the whole Will situation. Excuse me, how he didn't deserve this. Excuse me. Brooke said Katie's strong, but this is going to break her heart, and they kept mentioning her heart. So I put in parentheses. I was like, something's supposed to happen to Katie. Meanwhile, also over there at Finn's office, he was talking about Katie. Him and Steffi was talking about Katie. So I was like, okay, now what they trying to say? What they trying to say now? Is something about to happen with her heart? Like if Luna gonna use that to her advantage or something? Like I feel like it's gonna, if they do go there, maybe it has something to do with her. Well, of course it would, because they was talking about the baby and how Katie sacrificed her life for Will and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know, y'all. We'll see. I think the only thing about Luna I seen is that she's supposed to be planning her escape as she finds out that Will and Alexa's supposed to be moving into that beach house together or whatever. So they said she starts to plan her escape this week. We'll see though. But yeah, let's see. Brooke said Katie's strong, but this is going to break her heart. Rich said it's Bill fault, and that's when Donna and Brooke want to make excuses just like they sister. Just like they sister. I like, no, if somebody sit up here, they did something they ain't had no business doing in this situation, Bill. And he's willing to take accountability, take responsibility for his actions or whatever. Y'all don't need to be enablers and co-sign and all this other stuff. Be yes man and tell him that what he did, oh no, it's not your fault or whatever. Yes, it is. It is partially his fault, just like it's partially Lee's fault. But she ain't paying the consequences either. I see. I said she ain't pay the consequences neither time she faced somebody there, did she? His fault, and he not this and that. How he feels like Katie deserves way better than him. They somebody said, no, he's changed or whatever. The way he goes, the way he is about Katie and the boys and stuff like that. He's not the same person and stuff like that. I said, Brooke, you don't need to say nothing about no Bill. You need to keep your mouth. every time, it's like the roles be reversed. Every time in this situation, like for example, on this with the whole Bill, Katie, Brooke situation, I was like, Brooke, you shut up. You shut up, because you partially responsible for their situation too. I was like, no, I don't. I feel like she should shut up and not have no opinion about it. When you know doggone well, if something go wrong or whatever, you'll be back over here and be your face. I mean, this time she didn't. I get it to her. Normally she'll be in Bill's face or he'll be in her face or something like that. So far, they don't kept their distance, y'all. But yeah, I was like, you don't need to mention nothing about no Katie and Bill and the love he has for her and all this stuff. Knowing doggone well he came pursuing her after he got rejected by you. You shouldn't say 2 cents about that situation. But yeah, what else? Well, I stopped there. I think I said Reed said it's Bill's fault. Donna said Bill divorced it for the boys, and Katie, it's profound or whatever. It's better than it ever been and all this other stuff. That's what everybody was talking about. That's what Katie was talking about, how it's different now. Bill's so different. How y'all gonna say he's different now when he don't sit up here and help get a murderer out of jail? How? Matter of fact, he got 2 out of jail. He got 2 out of jail. Now the first one he was trying to, set her up and stuff like that. But this case is he was over here in his feelings about what happened to him and her during their childhood. But yeah, is it something else? I think it's something else. Oh, Fanny Stephanie. Excuse me. Donna and Brooke was just trying to convince Rich that Bill's changed and Rich don't believe it. Why they don't like each other? Now I know they be sharing Brooke, but aside from that, why don't they like each other? Because Bill be calling him the dressmaker. Does anybody know why they don't like each other? How did this start? Who started with who? Because I don't exactly know. I just know that they don't like each other. And I know that Bill dumped him out of a helicopter into the water before and all this other stuff. And matter of fact, I can't remember who had didn't somebody get pushed off of off the what's it called off the balcony or something like that? No, I think that was Thomas and Brooke. But yeah, the last people is Finn and Steffi. They weren't talking about nothing. She was just talking to him about work and the fact that he hasn't eaten anything. He been eating cafeteria food and stuff like that. Then they started talking about Will and Luna and Katie. Steffi said it's a relief that they don't have to deal with Luna anymore. And he never really, like I said, he don't want to indulge in the conversation when Stephen be talking about his daughter or his mom or something like that. Not until he see it as his advantage. I ain't saying that he manipulative or nothing like that, because he a pushover. He a pushover. They tell that he won't do this and say that because Steffi tell him to. I mean, she is his wife, so. But at the same time, dude, you lying. And eventually they're like going to catch up to you. Now, I don't know if it actually is in this case, but yeah, eventually lies do catch up to you. But yeah, she was talking about Luna and a relief that she's in jail and stuff like that. And he be trying to change the subject sometimes. But yeah, then I started talking about Katie and her heart. And that's why I was like, okay, now, everybody's talking about her heart and what she went through. Is something about to happen, or is it one of those situations where around this time, that's when they did that storyline or something? I don't know. Well, yeah, I think, what was they talking about after that? I stopped writing notes after that, y'all. I know they talk about Katie and her heart condition and stuff like that, and how as a mother, she wants the best for her child, and they got to deal with Luna and all this other stuff. But that's it. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe.